We'll take a look at policy for file type control. So file type control is a good object to prevent infection on machines, a hard block to prevent files being downloaded and then being passed to the sandbox to be inspected. So in this case, I've got a hard block for ISO images, easy to synthesize. We can say download Ubuntu ISO image. We can easily come across to the Ubuntu download page. We can click download, and of course what it'll do is it'll open up the download image, and then we get blocked. And Zscaler is looking at the file extension, the MIME type, as well as the magic bytes for the file to identify it as an ISO file, and we can then do that hard block of those files. Of course, if you allow files, then they'll go through the malware inspection and pass through all of our sandbox functionality as well. Taking a look at URL filtering, I've got some already configured rules here. So I'm going to try something like an 888.com and it's going to get blocked. I have override configured, so if the user is configured as an override user, then they can bypass. And a good example of this is in schools, where you might have a teacher allowing young people to browse to websites or whatever. They get blocked for whatever reason, a legitimate block, and the teacher can then override on behalf of the individual. So they click here, it's going to go through the SAML authentication, it's doing a force auth-n. Specific users are allowed to override that, so in this case it's myself. I'll click next. I'm forcibly challenged to enter my password. I will also be forcibly, because of my IDP configuration, asked to enter my multi-factor token. And at this point, that's authenticated, it's approved, comes back through the IDP flow, and then I can access that website. Other things we've got here, we've got just simple shopping websites. So I can go to Amazon, I get a soft block where I'm prompted as the end user whether I want to continue or not, and then I can click continue. And then I could also come in here and I could edit this page, and I say, well, actually, I don't want to do an allow, caution, or block. I want to isolate the traffic. Isolation enables me to prevent the user getting infected from the website if I don't trust the website, and functionality exists to do AI, machine-based learning, understanding whether content should be isolated or not, or in this case, a hard block and isolate the user. So we're preventing infection, an air gap of the content getting to the user. They get the screen scrape pixels, and we also prevent data loss from the end user device up to those websites as well. So we click activate on this. All changes are active immediately. So at this point I go to Amazon and I'll be moved into isolation. We get a pop-up that says, hey, you've been isolated. And then I can interact with the website as if I'm directly accessing it. But of course, all of this is within an isolated container. I'm just getting the screen scraped pixels.